You? Okay. Yeah, fine.
All right, so first off, let's get your name and title, please.
Hi, so I'm Adrian Sannier, and I'm the Chief Academic Technology Officer for ASU Online.
Okay, tell me what you saw in Khan Academy, Idaho that inspired you about what you're doing.
Well, so I think Khan Academy is an amazing resource, and the investment that the Albertson Foundation has made in Khan Academy in Idaho is an attempt to bring that to scale, not only from the technology side, but from the human side, to get a set of teachers to build best practices across the state of Idaho, to make contact with real people, real students, real parents in real schools, and develop that basis of experience that we then could use to spread this out across the country.
This is a new advance for a lot of teachers to get used to. What do you think about when you see teachers trying to get their heads around new technology like this?
I think it's a big change to use technology in your classroom, and it has benefits, but it causes people to have to change behavior, and that's complicated. The ability to focus on individual students and individual progress is much higher when you have data coming from these machine tutors. But the comfort of being sort of at the front, disseminating material that lots of teachers grew up thinking was a core piece of teaching, that becomes less of how a teacher provides value to their students, and that's a big transition. So having teachers get experience and then be able to share that experience with teachers who are interested in this idea but aren't sure yet what the transitions are, I think this is what's needed to make the next movement in scale.
That was one of the things that what people asked about in the presentation was, what do you say to a teacher when you tell them your way of teaching is changing? How do you prepare them for that?
Well, I think the first step would be for a teacher to go and get experience with it themselves, because it's so accessible. A person can just go and begin. And so by going and trying out for themselves, I think you begin to get a sense. Then I think it's incumbent on us now to gather the stories of teachers who've been successful. And some of those are at the Khan website, but I think we need more. Getting familiar with those things and then using it as a supplement in my class. Using it as a piece, maybe for a particular topic. I think once somebody's seen the kind of data that they can get back, the kind of individual progress that students can make, then I think it becomes as infectious for them as it feels for me.
Talk a little bit about how you scale this out from, you've said that this is best used for math. Tell me why and why that's important.
Well, so I think math is the place to begin, because math is the machine's specialty. Machines can grade math problems very efficiently. Machines can see the patterns in students' math behavior better than they can in subtler subjects at this moment in time. The other thing I think is we all agree on what math is. There's no argument about the curriculum. There's no fuzziness there. I think we can all get behind a curriculum that we understand. And then it's very easy to gauge a student's progress in mathematics. And it's a very hard problem. And so we'll be able to tell when we're doing better.
What do you think will be the thing that you'll tell other people about the Khan Idaho experiment? And when you leave Idaho, what do you think you'll be telling people?
Well, so one of the things I'm going to say to people is that I think Khan in Idaho has become ground zero for data-driven education. I think that what you're doing here at the scale that you're trying to do it is ideal. Idaho is small enough that you can reach out to a broad cross-section without having to teach tens of millions of students. But at the same time, there's enough diversity. There's rural environments, there's urban environments, there are underserved populations, there are traditional populations. You have a kind of microcosm, but at a scale that makes it tangible. We can address it, but that when it's addressed, it's a signpost, a lighthouse for the rest of the country.
Excellent. Adrian, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure, Shane. You run a great event, dude.